This is Total Warhead, and the goal of this video is to showcase how to get all favor for all of the gods in a Total War Saga Troy maxed out as soon as possible in the campaign. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, the way that you do this is you must understand what gods are good for what and which ones to prioritize first. So if we look here, you can go through all of them and be like, okay, I'm starting the campaign. My faction is focused on javelin units. Let me go for Zeus first. And you can think of it militarily, but it's not really going to help you in the long run because there are faction-wide effects across a lot of the gods. So you kind of want to get as many of the gods as high as possible as soon as you can in the game, so that you can get as much bang for your buck in terms of faction-wide effects, both in battle and in campaign, across the board for every single faction that you can play. The first cult that you want to focus on is the Cult of Apollo. The main reason for that is because when the game starts, you usually have one open build slot that you can construct a building on, but you start out with 700 wood, and a basic tier 2 temple costs 860 wood. If you do a Hecatomb on the first turn, you can get Piety, if that's how you say it, tier 1 for Apollo, which just requires you to be above, what is it, 50 Hecatomb. And once you do that, you're going to get minus 20% to construction cost of all temple buildings, dropping the construction cost of this tier 2 Apollo temple enough so you can build it on the first turn with the 700 wood that you start out with. On turn 2, you now have the capability of recruiting a priestess, not only at +3 recruit rank, which is what appears here, but if we go to a place that I have an altar of Apollo, let's find one, garrison hero in that mood, favor of Apollo. Over here, we can see that when this is at tier 2, you get +2 to recruit rank of agents. So you get +3 from the Divine Will tier 1 of Apollo, and +2 here, you get +5. So you get these priestesses at recruit rank number levels, I think 6 in total. Oh my god, my brain is short-circuiting. So if we look at these ladies here and we look at what skills you can use early in the game, you can see here that you can get more success chance for all agent actions, more success chance for rituals. But what you really want to focus on is going down, and since you're rank 6, you can get in service of Apollo, netting you up to +30% more in favor of rituals to Apollo at a cost of food in the early game. Now, you can also do strict as another skill point that you can use instead of anything on unlikely advisor to get 10% more favor, netting you a total of +40% more favor to Apollo if you use her the next turn on a Favor of Apollo location. And you can do +2 to happiness in own settlement to help with the -8 happiness penalty that you get penalized by when you play legendary difficulty. So that is turn 2. On turn 3, you use the priestess on the temple, right, to get around +28 favor to Apollo. And you can do one of two things. You can either cheese or you don't cheese. You decide how you want to do this. Now, when you recruit any agents in a place that has Apollo, you actually get a recruitment cost reduction of 50%. So it's going to cost you 21 gold to recruit a priestess. If you want to cheese, you can disband that priestess when she gets favor of Apollo that turn on that temple, and then recruit a new priestess so you don't go through the 3-second cooldown to get favor from Apollo every single turn. And then you can just get favor, boom, 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 every single turn, +28, +28, +28. By doing that, you're going to get +28 -10 because every single turn, you're going to be dropping in Divine Will by 10. Note that this can decrease throughout the campaign, and of course, we want to decrease it as much as possible so we can get the gods as fast as we can to the highest levels. Now, in terms of royal decrease on turn 1 and moving onwards after that, the first royal decree that you want is Treasure Hall. You want to get gold not only to recruit priestesses, but to alternate between temples. I'll show you why that is very important in a second. Once you get Treasure Hall, you want to focus on going to Royal Stone and all the way down to Entreating the Infinite, because it will net you +2 to favor per turn of all the gods by the time you get it, meaning that instead of dropping -10 in favor to all the gods per turn, you will only drop by 8. Now, if you actually do the strategy of using Hecatombs refresh every 5 turns. And also doing the Priestess, getting Favor from Apollo 28 every single turn. If you do the cheese, by turn 7 you can then get the Favor of Apollo above 600 if you build Apollo to tier 3, netting you plus 200 favor. So you want to make sure you maximize growth in your starting province as fast as you can, so you can get it from tier 2 that gives plus 100 favor the moment that you built this, to Sanctuary of Apollo, netting you plus 200. Now, once you do this, I think the fastest I've done it is turn 7, I think. I might be off, but really around that time period, maybe a turn or 2 after that, you can get the Apollo favor to over 600. Why do we want to do that? Because you can get Light of Ibis, which gets you a recruitment of a Seer. And you must be like, what the hell is a Seer good for? Now, can I recruit one here so I can show you what she's valuable for? Actually, I think so. Where is she? Now, the reason why you want to get a Seer is if you look at this here. Where is it? I think it is. There we go. Ritual of True Sight on own settlement. When you use this on your own settlement, it gives maximum favor is gained with the god presiding over that settlement's temple. The Seer is removed afterwards. They can perform the ritual only in settlements that contain a temple. So, what you want to do is, while you're doing all these small actions, getting Favor of Apollo maxed out, your main army, you need to start moving onwards to grab another major settlement by turn 7 if you're chasing, maybe turn 11. I think I'm a bit more than that. If you're just waiting for the Priestess to recool or bring her cooldown up. Just wait for her to go 3 turns so you can use her favor again of Apollo on a region. Now, once you do this, you can get the Seer and make sure you've built a tier 2 Temple of Zeus. The reason why you want to do that is you pop the Seer on that location, and once you do that, you're gonna get Zeus at max favor, netting you, really importantly here, minus 50% to recruitment cost of heroes and non-epic agents. And if you recruit now agents where Apollo is, you can get them at 100% recruitment cost reduction, meaning they are free. And now, since you have 2 temples constructed, you can now have 2 priestesses helping you farm favor faster. Aside from that, you get these agents with Messenger of Thunder. Now, I can tell you all about getting max rank agents, and the heroes to get them at max rank. I have a video already for that. I just thought about it as I was recording this. So I'll put it on a unit card above somewhere, and then you can watch how to get the agents at max rank, because you need to do so for how we're going to get the favor across other gods as soon as possible. Another reason why you want to pop the Seer as soon as you can and use her the next turn that she is deployed is because once you use epic agents in the campaign, they have a 10 turn cooldown before you can call them again on the field. The thing about the Seer is, as long as you build a temple of another god somewhere else, you pop her or use her the next turn after she's deployed on another temple of another god, and you max out the next god. So what you want to do is, if you follow the guide to get max rank agents by turn 32 as fast as I've done it, you can then prioritize Apollo, Zeus, and Athena. So you get Mentor of Heroes for Athena at level 2, getting you the crew rank of the heroes you need, and you get Father of Heroes here for Zeus, netting you the benefits for agents and the heroes. And what you want to do with all those agents that you recruit at max rank is you go to a settlement of an AI faction. Make sure it's not of Achaean influence. Go for ones that are like Pelasgian or something else if you're an Achaean, or if you're a Pelasgian, go for settlements of an Achaean faction. And you want to use your priestess with the skills. Where are they? Down here. Yep. If you use her with Oration of Dread on a foreign army, you get 40 gold per turn received on the next turn, times 3 priestesses. That is 120 gold. Then you go to a spy, and a spy can give 50, where the hell is it? 50 gold the next turn, meaning you can get 150 from the 3 spies if you use him on a foreign settlement. The thing about spies is that you can also stack success chance for agents in local province from spy skills, and what you can get to is at a point where you can use these agents the same turn, all 6 of them, be at 100% success chance, and do these things almost for free, almost no food costs. You're just gonna have to maintain these agents. Now, something important to note is that the spies, have this skill. If you go down cold-blooded, that says this agent's action points will not drain if action fails. So, and then of course you get what I'm talking about, the spy instructor that gives that success chance for agents in the local province. With using cold-blooded, you can, if you fail, reuse that agent the same turn until you are successful. And that is the same for priestesses, and envoys actually have a skill just like it. For priestesses, it's called Assiduous. It is just bonkers to use this. Now, once you've done that, you're going to be getting at least 270 gold from agents per turn. If one of them has a critical success chance farming gold, you can get up to 310 gold per turn. So you must be like, what the hell do you need gold to get the favors of the gods as high as possible? Well, what happens is, if you go to a region that has a tier 2 altar of a god and you do replace, it's gonna cost you only 120 gold to switch it from one god to the other. Now, by getting all of the favors that you can by replacing the temples, do not destroy them. This is extremely important. You want to replace the temple because you can keep the favor of the current god that's there that you acquired that favor. For example, I got 350 favor of Hephaestus. If I demolish this building, I lose 350 favor. If I rededicate, I keep that favor that I've gained of Hephaestus, and then I get the favor of Aphrodite. That is why it costs so much gold to rededicate gods. Now, the priorities of how you want to go through these gods is almost up to you. Remember what I said, that you gotta go for Apollo, Zeus, Athena, and then you're gonna notice that the favor for these gods is gonna keep going down as you're going through the campaign, because it's gonna be going down by -8 per turn. So you want to focus on making sure that it doesn't decrease as fast as possible. But after you get Apollo, Zeus, and Athena, you want to go for other important ones like Aphrodite, because Aphrodite will give you a lot of big time economic buffs in your campaign, and also a 25% ward save for heroes, which is crazy. Additionally, getting a satyr is going to be very important, because a satyr in the early game can really help you by getting an instant completion of all buildings being constructed in a target settlement. That is extremely valuable. So what you can do is, say that you want to rededicate to another god, right? And you click this. If you already have the satyr deployed the previous turn, you can use them and then get the max switch to favor of another god as fast as possible. Now, by the time turn 32 comes around, when you have all of these agents, you want to get to around 3 to 4 major settlements. I think that's the key. Once you get to 3 to 4, that's when you can really start alternating across different gods as fast as you can to keep getting the favors maxed out as soon as possible. Additionally, there's another benefit of utilizing a Seer, which is that, say that you want to demolish, instead of paying gold, say you might be running gold for short on gold for any reason, you can demolish the building and you're gonna lose the favor of the god of the temple that you have constructed. But if you have a temple for that same god somewhere else and you pop the Seer over there, the next turn, right before you use the Seer, you're gonna see that you're gonna drop, for example, 350 of favor of Hephaestus from destroying this building, and you'll gain back the max favor for that respective god if you use her on a temple of Hephaestus constructed somewhere else. The key point here is that by demolishing the building, you can then actually, instead of rededicating, build another temple for another god without it having to cost you so much gold, so you can use that gold to alternate between another god. Now, once you keep doing this over and over and over again, the fastest I've done it is turn 52, rededicating all of these temples, demolishing, using a Seer to regain that favor to the max, and then switching up to another altar somewhere else. You're gonna be able to get all of the favor for all of these gods above 600 as fast as possible in the game. So I really want to thank you for watching, and I sincerely hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.